Hope everyone is keeping well amidst this pandemic. On behalf of V20 2020 Organizing Committee, I would like to again welcome everyone. And like what our co-Sherpa has just said, extend our invitation for all of you to join our summit in Bali next October. In this session, I will explain the chosen framework for writing our V20 2022 communique. So our chosen key theme for this year is values at the center. As our theme is value at the center, this year we wanted to focus on the G20 priorities, hopefully providing direct and seamless linkage between our policy recommendation later on and the G20 leaders' objectives or goals. G20 Indonesia presidency this year has chosen 3 priority issues, as you can see from the slides. Those are global health architecture, digital economy transformation, and sustainable energy transition. We will kindly ask the V20 delegates, which is all of you, to analyze the 3 priority issues, and within each priority, discover challenges faced currently, and also then identify value-related issues associated with those challenges and or phenomena. We wanted to have a holistic analysis in our policy recommendation. Hence, we adopt the Sustainability Compass framework as our chosen approach. This approach allows us to analyze challenges within each sector in 4 direction point areas, which are nature, economy, well-being, and society. The framework uses the same acronym as Compass direction points, but substituting North for nature, East for economy, West for well-being, and South for society. Hopefully, it will also provide us with a holistic perspective to discuss the priority issues. We would like to work together with you in this journey to discover value-related issues and or reference elements in its G20 priorities from the 4 direction areas. That's why we also organized the current task force into those 4 different areas. Well, now previously, we have pre-selected you as delegates based on your experiences, education, track records, and expertise. That's why you find yourself probably being invited into one of these task forces through emails or social media and WhatsApp. That way, it's easier for us to formally invite you. But however, after this inception session, we welcome you to either switch and or add your participation to another task force. For example, you have been invited to become a delegate in Task Force Society. But after this explanation, you found yourself more interested probably into Task Force Nature, or wanted to have participation in multiple task forces. You can do that. Just notify our Task Force Management Coordinators, in which we'll introduce later, and have your task force registration. Hopefully, next slide. Yeah, hopefully to provide you with a clearer perspective, this slide we will showcase an illustrative model of the framework. The illustrative model describes how each task force delegates will work. Again, we would ask that the delegates analyze each of the G20 2022 priorities on the first column. And within each of the task force, nature, economy, well-being, and society, conduct these 3 steps. First is discover the challenges or the phenomenon associated with the priorities, according to each perspective, nature, economy, and so on. Then you will identify value-related elements or issues associated with those challenges. And the third step is develop solutions and recommendations collectively together that will address the value system. So we're working on the inner curriculum, the mindset, the belief, not the outer curriculum, which is the programs. More detailed explanation of the above illustration, also information about abstract guidance, working flow of the task force, format of the communique, and the timeline will be further explained in the next session by my colleagues from the Task Force Management and Governance team. Next slide. Okay, one more thing that we would like also to explain to you in this session is that we will have another task force that is not working from the news or NEWS perspective. This is because we were tasked by the co-Sherpa of G20 2022 Indonesia presidency to also establish a G20 institutional values, hopefully to be adopted by the G20 communities moving forward. And hopefully we can get active participation and contribution from all of the G20 countries or participating members and leave a legacy starting from this year. This particular task force will work to propose a set of global universal value for the G20 with not excluding the acknowledgement of specific and unique local values from the G20 participating countries. Again, this is just the illustrative model of the deliverables of the first the task force, the G20 task force values. Next. So to conclude, we have in this year in the V20 2022 5 task forces, which are the G20 values task force, and then the nature, economy, well-being, and society task force. And hopefully we will work together and to find not separate and silo solutions, but collaboratively an integrated approach to again take on the value challenge. Hopefully we'll bring a better world. And I also would like to take this opportunity, ladies and gents, to introduce Arwat Group. So we are working currently with Arwat Group, a prominent consulting firm from Saudi Arabia that has experience working with V20 since 2020 as our knowledge partner, providing advisory to our team in the area of communique and abstract management, also governance. So last but not least, we appreciate the willingness and the effort that you have shown attending this inception session and truly hope that you all will become our task force delegates. Looking forward in collaborating with all of you throughout the year. And let's see each other on V20 pre-summit during May and August, and of course on the summit on the next upcoming October 20th and 21st. Over to you, Kak.